Look, most people lack confidence simply because they're following a broken formula. You see, they think that getting a rock-solid body will grant them confidence, as if the secret ingredient to confidence was an attractive body. But if that were true, then that would mean that everyone who had a ripped body, they would be confident. And that would also mean that everyone who didn't have the nicest physique or a six-pack and rock-solid body, they wouldn't be confident, right? Well, you and I both know someone that doesn't have the best body, yet is extremely confident. So clearly, a nice body does not equate to true confidence. But do you want to know what every confident person on the planet has that most people don't have? It is unbreakable belief in themselves. And that's why you see all these super achievers with immense confidence. I mean, look at Joe Rogan, or David Goggins, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tony Robbins, or Grant Cardone. Wherever they go, they just command respect and they ooze confidence. That's because they've become so capable. It's really that they become capable and they've proven to themselves that they can handle anything that life throws at them. And that's also why you tend to see people who underaccomplish, they lack confidence. Now you might be thinking, well, okay, how do I become more capable so that I gain internal self-belief and confidence? And the answer is by conquering the power of your mind. You see, if you don't have the mindset for greatness, you'll settle for mediocrity. If you don't have the mindset to put in the work, your dreams will just be dreams. And if you don't have the mindset to stick to your word, you will fall short of all the results that you want in your life. Now, I mean, the reality is you've probably experienced this with yourself in the past New Year's, you know. Every time a new year comes, everyone gets motivated to change their lives and they declare they're going to do something that will improve their life, like working out consistently, eating healthy consistently, or being productive consistently. And it goes great for a few days, you know, you're making progress, you're feeling good about yourself, you feel hopeful for the future. But then one day you get tired or you don't feel motivated and you decide to take a break. And that one day, it turns into another and another until you land back to where you started with zero results to show for your hard efforts. Now this simply happens is because you haven't programmed your brain for success yet. But let me explain. You have two parts of your brain. You have the left or conscious mind, and then you have the right or subconscious mind. Now, Harvard Business Review states that 95% of all the thinking that drives our decisions and behaviors, it occurs subconsciously. And to exemplify this, have you ever had one of those times where you're driving home from work or something and you zone out for like 5 or maybe 10 minutes? Then all of a sudden you pull up and you're at your destination or your home or wherever, and you're like, how the heck did I get here? I wasn't consciously driving. And you're right, you weren't consciously driving, but your subconscious mind, it took over. Now you might be wondering, well, how did my subconscious mind get me to take action? How does that work? And the answer is through your habits. Now, when you tell yourself that you're going to change your actions and behaviors, you're using your conscious mind, but you've already programmed your subconscious mind to not do those actions and behaviors. So then you basically get into something that I call the brain battle. You have conscious mind over here and saying, let's improve ourselves. Let's improve the direction of our life and become a better version of ourselves. You know? But then you have your subconscious over here saying, no, let's stay stagnant. We're not going to change. And it sees this habit as a survival mechanism, which is why it's so hard to break. Now they start contradicting each other, get in the brain battle. Which one do you think wins the battle? Yeah, as you already discovered, it's your subconscious mind or the habits it has created. That's why you always fall back into your old patterns and ruts despite how motivated you are to change your life. Now, it's not your fault though, because this is what the motivational industry preaches at everyone. They say in order to change your life, you need more willpower and motivation. And they do all this rah-rah motivation, It's like when you go on YouTube and you watch that one inspirational video and you're like, oh, I'm jazzed, I'm pumped, I'm gonna go change my life, and you get super excited, but it's short-lived. So the question is, what's the correct formula to follow? And it's, as we just talked about, programming your brain for success. Now, in the new era of health, we call this acquiring the mind of a conqueror. And essentially, it's by getting your conscious mind to work with your subconscious mind. But the reality is that this mindset will do much more than enable you to stick to your word effortlessly. It's going to grant you a fun-loving attitude where you can joke with your friends, your coworkers, and your family instead of being wrapped up in your own problems. It's going to activate your confidence that's been buried deep inside of you so that you have the confidence to go after what you want in life. You believe you can hit your goals, and thus your actions follow that, instead of you cowering in fear of failure or rejection. And it's going to erase your anxiety so that you're calm, cool, and collected. In fact, one of our students, he came into our 7-day challenge, and Spencer, he kind of used to struggle to talk to people, and he had anxiety that took over him. And that really made him unsocial in his own words, and he wasn't very happy and had a lot of anxiety and self-doubt. But after 7 days going through our 7-day challenge, he acquired the mind of a conqueror, and he's gained confidence in himself. In fact, he was talking about how he was striking up conversations with strangers. He was approaching them. Now, in just a minute, I'm going to tell you how you can acquire the mind of a conqueror so that you can activate your potential and start conquering life. But before that, I'd like to ask you a favor. Can you toss this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already? When you do those two things, it really helps us grow this community so that we can impact more people. We can't grow this community without you. And also, I love hearing about who's a part of this community, so I'd love for you to introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe an ambition that you have in life, and leave a comment, introduce yourself. And then the last thing is, if you find yourself constantly in this struggle of life, you feel like you kind of dug yourself into a hole that you can't get out of, you feel like you have a mental barrier that's blocking you from getting to where you want, then I invite you to check out our upcoming 7-day challenge, where we will uncover all the secrets of becoming a high-performing beast. Essentially, I'm not only going to hand you our proven and bulletproof system, but I'm going to hold your hand and help you implement everything from the challenge into your life to ensure that you get rapid results. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then go ahead, click the link around this video. Should probably be below. You'll find it. I'll see you inside.